Yeah, learn how to watch. Stacking my guap. Waiting to pop. Hey, rubbing the spots. Learn to watch.
Welcome back, everybody. It's your boy YoGaN Fire. You already know. Well, this video was brought to you by actually Trolling Sensei, who actually had a crazy question. But before we get started, shout out to Drip Sauce, San, supporting me up on the scene, especially on my re-entry back up on YouTube. Thank you very much, brother. But let's go ahead and get up into this. Trolling actually wanted to know, in this scene right here, the scene where right after Goku and Hit are done fighting, after, you know, Goku kind of hired Hit, where exactly did Hit go? Like, how did he get back to his universe? How did Hit go to their universe, number one, to assassinate Goku? And how did he get back to his universe? Because he didn't travel using Vados, or at least none that was ever shown, especially when he leaves off on his... Because, as we can tell here, when Hit's done talking to Goku, and, you know, Goku kind of tells him that he has unlimited time to do whatever, and Hit's just like, alright, I'll just kill you whenever, because he's excited, he leaves off on his own. There's really no implications that Hit actually leaves with Vados and Champa. Or anyone makes the implications that Vados somehow helped Hit. The only help that Vados ever provided was getting Hit the contract from Goku, well, getting Hit the contract from Whis that Goku gave to Whis, you know, essentially. Seeing how Hit was not afraid of just traveling straight out of the Earth's atmosphere, we can assume that he can travel through space and he doesn't require breathing. And he's an alien. There's no real reason to assume that he would require breathing, especially when you realize the fact that he's thousands of years old. It's kind of makes no sense that he would require. Well, let's get the very first and most noticeable thing about Hit, which is his time skip, which was first introduced essentially up in the Vegeta and the Goku fights when they were both fighting Hit. This is essentially when we started understanding Hit's actual time skip ability. And the real disingenuous thing that people like to do is they like to apply this as like Hit can only use it for just 1/10 of a second, which is only for fights. It's only for the intensive purpose of fights. Now, people are going to be confused at why I say it's only for the intensive purposes for fights, because if he's in a fight, he usually has to use his time-based abilities in a certain way. And he has a multiple array of time-based abilities. Without a fight with regular travel, he can still use his time-based abilities. We've actually seen him use his time-based abilities. Matter of fact, you know what we gotta do? Roll the clip. So, I want everyone to pay attention. They showed us this clip right in Dragon Ball Super for a reason. The reason why they showed us it is to demonstrate that Hit's time-based abilities isn't strictly only for fighting. It actually is for stealth, because he can use them to even get past guards like this just meaninglessly. He uses it at will whenever he feels like it. Look at him, he's casually walking, not rushing, doesn't need to full-on sprint to the door, casually walking within his own little time space. And he uses it freely whenever he feels necessary without exerting extra power. Now, I know a lot of people are going to make the argument that he is massively faster than light, so him being massively faster than light plus stopping time, obviously he's going to be able to move faster. However, I want you guys to also pay closer attention to this portion of it, and I'm actually going to give it a little bit of a speed up, because what you'll notice is that Hit kind of makes himself entirely gone, and then what he does here, he stops time for everyone else besides the mob boss. And unless you want to say the mob boss is moving massively faster, like, than whatever, and you could have a scale for that, hey, go ahead, show me it. But this right here proves that Hit's time ability has much more implications than what we are shown. This actually proves here. Hit literally has the ability to manipulate the very concept of time itself. And I know a lot of people are going to be thrown off by that idea. However, let them be them. This right here is the proof you need to see. Unless you can somehow prove that the mob boss itself is so fast that he's moving within 1/10 of a second like that and he got assassinated, like, come on, be honest. Like, be honest for a second. Be honest with yourself for a second. Show this to all the Dragon Ball haters. I know they're gonna say whatever they want to say, but that doesn't matter. If they can't deny undeniable evidence like that, like, come on. Then even if you wanted to say, oh, YoGaN, that's just a one-off thing, Hit has never trapped anybody else within his time thing, all I gotta say is roll the clip. Okay, so I'm actually gonna elevate this to 200 times speed, and you guys, obviously, if you know this portion, you can see Hit doing his time skip, using his abilities to his full potential, and Jiren being able to absolutely just counter it. This is actually where that statement of Jiren being able to transcend time actually comes from, is in this battle, because, Hit kind of uses the entire concept of time, but whatever, potato, potato, tomato, tomato. Hit actually uses a different based ability, which is different from what he used on the mob boss, alright? So Hit hits him in the heart, trapping him within his time realm, doing some type of prison trap right here. This is where the Jiren being able to transcend time feat actually comes from, is this very ideal, because that is supposed to be Hit's version of time itself right there, manifested. Now, whether that's some manifested time bomb or manifested time something, it's something manifested with time in his based abilities, because it's not like his other abilities other than time related abilities. YoGaN, what does this have to do with Hit and being able to leave that one area and go back into his universe and transfer over to universes? Well, Hit is able to utilize something known as space-time travel. He's able to use this space-time travel, and I believe, and hey, don't hang me up, because we haven't found out, it hasn't been fully explained to us, and there's no actual detail, that Hit's actually able to warp himself from one universe to another using space-time, using the space-time dimension that he has. He's actually able to warp the very concept of space and time to get from one universe to the next. If you don't want to believe me, that's perfectly fine. If you have a different explanation, I definitely would like to hear it. However, this is just a theory, so do not take this 100% to heart as if this is the truth that I am speaking. I am merely going off of what I have seen from him already warping space and time itself and using it for what his own needs is. A lot of people argue because he stores time, it's much different. However, I don't think the difference between storing time is any difference, because time is the progression of space, and if time and space work hand in hand, space-time, it's kind of fair to say that Hit is able to have manipulation over the very fabric of space-time. So, just in case if it went over anyone's head, essentially, think of like an Einstein-Rosen bridge type theory, or like some wormhole. However, it's more for universal type travel or macrocosm type travel, because in this case, he would have to not only travel through the universes, but travel through the macrocosms and somehow either bypass Zeno's realm or travel inside Zeno's realm to get to his macrocosm and get back into his macrocosm. Which, hey, I mean, that's the only crazy theory. And some people, they may have the idea that maybe he had Vados' help. I don't see any implications of him having Vados' help, and I don't see any like things that could further that ideology. However, if that's what you want to believe and that's your theory, perfectly okay. But until it's further explained to us, there's really no correct answer on the issue. So do not take my answer again as the correct answer. Because I can already tell what people are going to say for this video. Oh my god, YoGaN's out here preaching an opinion like it's facts. Oh my god, he's forcing all of his viewers to say this as if it's facts. No, everyone, if you believe what I am telling you is the most logical conclusion, hey, you take it as you want to believe it. However, I believe what you should do is your own research and take from my research that I have presented to you and all of the facts I have presented. And if you have a better conclusion, I would love to hear it in the comment section. If you have me on Discord, add me. If you want to follow me for more content, or subscribe for me for more content, feel free to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button, because I am going to be coming out with more. And if they release more on what happened, or I find more on what happened, I will definitely be sharing more. Other than that, it's been your boy YoGaN. And don't forget to go ahead and follow Trolling Sensei on TikTok and subscribe to Drip Sauce. Peace!